Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another vlog. Welcome to the start of our DC trip. Over here, got my wonderful camerawoman with me. She's back. In case you don't remember her, we're back to Montreal, where we had a grand old time. So today, we're heading down to DC for a few days, spend some time, see some close friends, and have a good time in a hopefully warmer environment. As I said previously, when you work, it's time to work, and to work hard. And when it's time to play, you play hard. So let's get this trip started. All right, guys, about an hour. What's that?
I'm moving under your way. I'm in the frame.
All right, guys, about hour 15 out. 7 hours down so far. Not been a pretty good ride. Pretty uneventful. Got some lunch, little roast sandwich action. How's the ride been for you?
I didn't sign up to be a part of the vlog. Let's see, the ride has been really good because I've gotten to be passenger princess the whole time. It's good. It's been good.
Scholarly.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that. So, about an hour more traveling to go, and we'll see you at our hotel. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the hotel room. Just getting set up for the week ahead. Not a bad suite, you know, plenty of amenities. Got a little stovetop, got a fridge, got a microwave, got plenty of room to space out, veg out, and also get some stuff done. So, on that note, about to go and hit the city. Let the adventure begin. It'd be really fun to happen again, would it? Alright guys, here we're at the Capitol. We're at the top of the National Mall. I was over here for no nefarious plans or activities, just checking the place out. So let's take a walk and see what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that view. What do you think of that view? That's an amazing view. Yeah, so we walked probably a mile now, but the monument's still a ways down. So hopefully get there before dark. Maybe we'll see the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh yeah,
when night falls.
That's nice to check
which seems
out
pretty good. So we'll keep rocking and rolling from there. But it's day one's coming to an end. Big travel day. Drove 7-8 hours. Uneventful drive down. It's been uneventful.
We almost got in 3 different car accidents.
Well, it wasn't my fault.
No, it was not. Because people think they're
that good of a driver, right? Yeah, no. So far, first half day, quarter day in DC. It's been pretty good. Good experience. Weather's beautiful. It's 70, 80. Back at home it was 40. 40s. Way too cold. Exactly. So taking all this weather, got a t-shirt on. Show off the gains, and yeah, just really loving this first day down here in DC, so keep rolling. Alright, so let's get the low lens camera real quick, and actually it's pretty good. Getting my color on my face, rough focus a little bit though, so let's fix that. There we go, so low light looks good, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go check a restaurant a buddy of mine lives down here, recommended. It's El Sol downtown, Mexican and tequila, or how do you say it?
Taqueria?
Taqueria.
I forget.
Mexican taqueria, so let's go check that out. So here's a question for you guys. Do you guys ever visit spots that were near and dear to your childhood, at a later age? because I remember like coming down here to DC in 8th grade for a field trip, and you know, I kind of stuck doing all like the stuff you learn in class, like going over all the monuments, all the history. You're stuck kind of doing what the group's doing. So obviously it's fun being in a new place, but you really don't capture full experience like you do when you're on your own. But you come back here as an adult, you know, it's your money to spend, it's your time to kill, it's your adventure to be had. So, little challenge for you guys, and you guys are, you know, still at home or nearby home, like, you know, go to some old place that you always visit childhood, or, you know, back at home on the seacoast of New Hampshire, you know, go visit the beach, go visit those parks, go visit the cities, the downtowns, all that. Try to make a wonderful place from your childhood even better as an adult. What do you think?
This trip was sponsored by my bank account. That's all I have to say.
Birthday trip. Guys, come on. Come on.
Wow.
Check out those views. Absolutely splendid first day here in DC. All right, wrapping up day one. Been a very, very good day, very good start to the trip. Just obviously been on the road all day, so I'm exhausted. She's exhausted, so we will call it a night for now. See you guys tomorrow for day 2. Just made it on.
I know, so I was like, no, we're gonna have to wait if we don't get on it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, day 2 of the vlog. I'm at DC. Check out a few museums. Having another good old time. Weather's beautiful, sun's shining. We're gonna have a good day. Alright, so before we carry on, you know, need a good little caffeine in my system. A long day ahead of us, long day of exploration and appreciation of human achievement. That's why we're here in the capital of the greatest country in the entire world. And here I want to discuss the dichotomy of content creation between someone like me versus someone like her, where I'm trying to document the journey, trying to keep it real, trying to show you guys what's up, and she wants to look, you know, aesthetic and...
Hey, you took a picture of your pee last night. I want to hear it.
Not for your aesthetic, just go hunk of meat. Gotta appreciate it. I'm sure you guys can too.
I appreciate my cup of coffee.
Yep. All your sugar and creamy goodness. Tastes like pre-diabetes.
No, it's literally, it's milk.
Tastes like you could lose a foot at 40. That's what it sounds like. So our first stop was to the National Air and Space Museum. What I liked about this one was it had a very big emphasis on history of aviation, history of aerospace, starting off with the Wright brothers and their flyer, which actually the museum actually has the original flyer they flew all the way back in the early 1900s. So that was very cool to see. They also had a pretty big emphasis on commercial aviation, the early days of that, what that was like, and how it evolved to what we have today. They actually had part of the fuselage of a Boeing 747 that we got to go inside of and got to take a little sneak peek at the cockpit. And after all that, we went upstairs and we saw a whole bunch of our stuff. But what really stood out was this replica of the Spirit St. Louis and an up-close view of all these older experimental Boeing planes. Alright guys, just wrapped up the Air Space Museum. Saw a lot of cool things. Pretty experienced, had a good time. So, let's keep on rolling. Right now we're outside of it. About get some lunch from a DC famous food truck, right?
Does it say that? I don't know, it looks good.
Oh, you want it, so.
I didn't care. I just wanted food from a food truck. We found one, it looks good. So we'll do a review later.
Alright, so lunch is served. Got myself a little steak and cheese. Got myself a steak and cheese wrap. Got steak and cheese. How's yours?
Really good.
And now we have trouble brewing. Can never seem to escape EMS no matter where I go. I can guarantee that it's probably some bullshit. Now that we wrapped up lunch, where are we going next?
The Museum of Natural History. I was like, that's not right.
And look what we have found. Alright guys, doing a long walk around DC, trying out landmarks, but unfortunately lots is blocked off due to either security, construction, or a whole host of things.
Only thing I can do.
We tried to find the, go to the Treasury, check that out. That was closed. But everything around the White House is gated off, so far not having a whole lot of luck, but you know, we'll pick up more spots and really taking the sights. Alright, so if you guys know where we are now, you know I'm not a big fan of these guys. A lot of problems like, you know, I face, you face every day, is not due to who your senator is, or who the governor is, who the president is. It's not due to all the bullshit people tell you each and every day. It's these people right here. You know, in my, you know, finance related videos, you guys know I go in depth about my displeasure of what they're doing, but it's fascinating to see the culprits at hand in person. But that's besides the point. So, you know, just to walk around and everything, like I said, with the Treasury, saw the White House, saw a bunch of departments too, like, you know, part of the interior and whatnot, down here at the Federal Reserve. So unfortunately things starting to cool down. We walked quite a bit. We're about like, you know, what, like 3 miles, 4 miles walking today. So we've moving, we've been getting around. So let's keep on doing that. Alright guys, so walk around, check out a couple more monuments before we grab dinner, walk around National Mall, and just so far this trip I just, you know, can't stop and think like how glad I am to be at a stage where I can go on adventures like this essentially guilt-free. Because starting out my self-improvement journey, it was all about just locking in, being in isolation, and focusing on things that matter, right? And if you're someone who needs to seriously overhaul their life, that is a strategy I would recommend because it's just the quickest way to expedite progress. Keep to yourself, you focus on nothing but the gym, focusing on developing your character, focusing on pursuing a career, building a hustle, making a solid income. Building that initial base is best done in solitude. Don't have people trying to nag you, go on like different adventures, all these different events, trying to waste your time with bullshit. At that stage of my life, from where I started to where I was about a year ago, did wonders for me. It's like, I've done this, I have close friends who've done this, and it's all worked out very well for us. But I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and being on this trip, it just really made me reflect on that, where it gets to a point where after you have built the base, made the progress, you've overhauled your life to be at a point where you want to be, you need to start to add some seasoning, put the cherry on top. Take that character and put it through the challenges of life. Go on adventures, go on side quests, really try to expand your character. Become the Renaissance man, become more interesting, become somebody that others want to be, not just because of the physique, because of the finances, because of the charisma and confidence. Like, go on those adventures. Like, I'm here in DC, here with my girlfriend, I could visit a buddy of mine a couple of days, and just, you need to live life, but you also need to have a strong base to be able to live life from. A good analogy is that you're like a boat, and life's like the ocean. Yeah, it can be fun, exciting to be on like some little dinghy, like, you know, crossing the seas, but here's some tough waters, here's some tough times, and you're gonna capsize and drown. But if you go out there and you're a fucking battleship, ready to go, guns blazing, ready to take on any challenge, like, you're a much better time, like, regardless of like what happens. So keep that in mind as you progress. Have this part of life to look forward to as you go through that journey, because it can be lonely, it can seem pointless and demoralizing at times because you're not seeing the progress you want to see. But if you hit hard every day, you try your best, you really want to make that progress and to transform yourself into the person that you know you can be, it'll all work out for you. You see my transformation, I'm testament to that, so let's keep getting after it, guys.
What's up, brother?
Alright guys, first workout of the trip. What are we doing today?
Chest and tries.
Yep. Chest day, hopefully we can slam some PRs because, you know, what better time to, you know, risk injury than on a trip, right? What's a better time to risk injury instead of being on a trip?
Damn straight, brother.
Oh yeah, so see how it goes and we'll roll from there. Put up some big weight. Alright, we're warmed up. We'll put some big weight. 205 on the bar. Come on, you got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. Oh yeah, let's go. Dude, you almost had it. This close. Alright, so if we're home, we would have gone for broke, but you know, we're gonna just get a nice, comfortable vacation PR. So we've got 235 on. It's been a 5-pound PR. And he has my life in his hands, so don't fuck it up. Five-pound PR, baby. Let's go.
Send it.
We sent it.
Send it.
Absolutely sent. Let's roll on the rest of the workout. Alright guys, just wrap up our lift and breakfast with Mr. Rushton. If you guys know, we go way back to school, back to the fire academy. We've done it all, been through it all. So, good to see him. You'll definitely see more of him tomorrow as we wrap up our trip. Alright guys, so second stop of the day. Here we are at this bigger and better Air and Space Museum here in Virginia. This is the size of a freaking airport, so I'm already excited. So let's go and check it out. So with how big this place was, I had some very high hopes, but walking through the door, the standard was already set. Right below us ended up being a SR-71 Blackbird. Seeing it in person, it was just shocking how much bigger it was. It was quite a sight to behold. After walking around some more, we ended up finding a Cessna 206 simulator. A little bit more going on compared to the 172, but so much more room. Walking around some more, the planes kept getting bigger and bigger, like this Boeing 707, and then right next to it, the Enola Gay, which is the very plane that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. Walking around some more, we made it back to the space part of the museum where we found the Discovery space shuttle, which this thing was absolutely massive. Much bigger in person. Walking around some more, we found a engine exhibit where you can see the progression of from piston engines that look a lot like the ones in your road car to the radial rotary style piston engines, and then from there it got bigger and bigger. Eventually got to the jet engines, the turbines, the turboprops, and all that. And as we're getting towards the end, I was already impressed and thought I saw it all. But right before about to go back downstairs and leave, came across a Concorde. Such a shame we still don't have supersonic travel in this day and age, and that I was not there to witness it, but seeing in person, it's just incredible to think about how this thing was cruising above the speed of sound.
Fun fact.
Say no.
So fun fact, wait, first we're at the Pentagon, and the fun fact is it has 5 walls.
Anyway, so as you guys can see, we are non-stop, we're on the move, and we're checking off all the landmarks. So next one being the Pentagon, named for it being a 5-sided structure, as informed to us by
Yes.
the DMV expert we have here with us today. So been on the move, really trying to capitalize our time down here, see all the sides, take it all in, and now we're actually going back to see Nick and get some dinner. How's today been?
It's been good.
She's completely ungrateful, doesn't appreciate anything.
No, I just want to say it was just like a really nice day, and we spent like 4 hours inside, but I know it was worth it for you, so if you're happy, then I'm happy.
Alright guys, so plans changed a little bit. Even though it's a beautiful weekday in DC, things still do close at fairly awkward times, but you know what? Make the most of it, still plenty to do and plenty to see. So walking through this memorial, it's just this powerful reminder of how precious life is, how fragile life is, and how underappreciated life is. Such a tragic loss of life at mass scale, but always remind you that just life is a gift. Life is something that we're eternally blessed with, to be able to experience the human endeavor, the human struggle, and overall human enrichment, human experience. I'm hyper aware of like my life, the directions going in, if it's being used wisely, or it's being wasted, and just that no matter each day that goes by is a blessing. Keep in mind that each day could be your last. So whatever struggles you're going through, whatever challenges you may face, whatever doubts plague you, work your absolute hardest to get through them. God has a plan for you. God has a predetermined role for you to fulfill. So treat each day as a gift and live every day with purpose. Mr. Rushton to the rescue.
What's up, brother?
Thank you.
Am I sitting in the middle?
Yes.
I'm the shortest.
Where are we?
What's up, guys? Over at Haynes Point at the Reagan International Airport right there. Watching the planes. Fuck yeah.
Cool plane watching. So actually, Nick, you were talking about this earlier. Tell us your story about the plane versus Blackhawk last year.
Plane versus Blackhawk, right over there by that green and blue light. Not this last January, but the year before that. Plane was coming in on final approach. Blackhawk was too high, and that's that. And they collided, and unfortunately, it was a complete fatality for everybody involved. But they were able to get everybody off the bottom between a recovery effort between DC, Arlington, and surrounding units. But yeah.
Yeah, well, you were working dispatch at that time.
Yeah,
so
I was dispatching that night. So there was a lot of phone calls, a lot of kind of oh shit that happened that night. But in the end, it was a calm as smooth as fast. And in the end, that's the best way to do it.
Good, like a boss. Save lives one call at a time.
One call at a time.
Alright guys, so last day of our trip, and it's been a good get away from home. It's been a good get from the grind at hand, like I've just talked about. Like, you know, we've been run focused. There we go. So take you guys throughout this trip, showed you all the sites of DC, all the times we've had. So we'll keep doing that. We'll keep rock and rolling with this vlog, but I also want to enjoy some of this trip as well. So we'll keep you guys along for the ride. So let's roll on this last day. So on the last day, we decided to spend our morning at the Arlington National Cemetery, and we took our time walking through it, and it was a very stark reflection, especially what's going on now, of just the magnitude of loss comes from war, comes from conflict. While we were there, we were able to end a wreath laying ceremony at the tomb of the unknown soldier. While we were walking around some more, we found the graves of JFK and his wife, of Robert F. Kennedy, and of Edward Kennedy. Afterwards, we went over to the Washington Zoo because Evelyn wanted to see some animals, and here we saw this panda that she really wanted to see. Quite the silly and adorable creature. All right, ladies and gentlemen, had a pretty long day, but I have an even longer night. So last day, really trying to just make the most of it, spend it with Mr. Rushton, just really trying to take in the last day and just wrap off the trip on high. So starting with a couple things now. Got some gas, got some dinner from this Wawa. Got a little bowl. Of course, got a freaking chicken sandwich.
You can't even see my chicken sandwich. You're pointing at my face. There we go.
Chicken sandwich. She got her chicken sandwich because identified with cravings and whatnot. Anyways, so good. She got a chicken sandwich. And yeah, we're gonna chow down this real quick and we're gonna hit the road. And next time I talk to you guys, we will be back at home.